Today, you're about to experience 3 tough hauls. First, we're on the back roads of Arkansas, where a Mack Pinnacle is towing a broken-down school bus to the shop. Next, we head to Italy as a Mercedes Actros squeezes through tight streets with a delicate Formula One car. And finally, in Texas, a Kenworth tackles the heavy load of a Volvo compactor in yet another demanding run.
Hi, my name is Joel and you are on X199.
We're kicking off our journey down the roads of Arkansas with the Mack Pinnacle, a true powerhouse from the 2000s. Under the hood, it's packing a rugged MP8 13-liter engine known for its strength and reliability on long hauls. With 505 horsepower, it's built to handle heavy-duty challenges just like the one we've got today, hauling a broken-down school bus that needs to be towed to the shop for repairs. Thanks to the 12-speed Mack M drive transmission and 6x4 drivetrain, the Pinnacle is more than ready to take on the weight of this long, bulky load. Every shift in gear is going to count as we make sure that bus gets to where it needs to be, so it can get back to work serving the schools. Now we've reached the crucial part. Up ahead is our load, a heavy school bus broken down and waiting. We're going to have to carefully maneuver this beast into position. This is where the precision and skill of a trucker really come into play. One wrong move and we could damage both the truck and the load. But we've got the right tools for the job. Using our air suspension, we'll adjust and lower the truck to hook onto the lowboy trailer. It's tight. Every inch matters here. The weight of the bus presses down, but with the 12-speed transmission we ease back, feeling the connection as we prepare to take off. This is where the heart of the job beats fast. One slip could be disastrous, but with control and patience, we'll get it secured and ready to hit the road. It's a tough job, but we're built for this. The road waits, and so does the challenge. Our Mack Pinnacle handled the first part of the job like a pro, smoothly pulling away with that broken-down school bus. Now, we're shifting gears, literally, and heading from Arkansas to Texas, where our Kenworth W900 is back in action. After some crucial maintenance and part replacements, this classic rig is more powerful than ever. Under the hood, it's packing a Cummins X15 15-liter engine, cranking out 605 horsepower and 2,779 Nm of torque. This old-school workhorse may have its roots in the 60s, but it's been updated with modern tech, making it more capable than ever to handle the heavy loads it was built for. Watch as the W900 fires up and gets moving, ready to take on another massive haul. Powering this Kenworth W900 is a Fuller RTLO 10-speed transmission, built for efficiency and smooth shifting under heavy loads. It's the perfect match for hauling serious weight, and we'll be putting it to the test soon with another massive load. But before that, we're taking a detour to Italy. there, a stunning Mercedes Actros is skillfully maneuvering through the narrow streets, handling a special delicate cargo. It's a beautiful truck, and the tight roads will demand precision and finesse to make it through. Let's see how the Actros takes on the challenge. Today, we've got something special on the back, a Formula One car being transported from one facility to another in Italy. And what better way to do it than using a Mercedes truck to carry a car from the Mercedes team itself? Our Actros is fully decked out, wrapped in an eye-catching design that's stopping people on the streets just to take a peek. Now, let's talk about what's powering this beauty. The new Actros comes equipped with the OM471 12.8L engine, pushing out a solid 476 horsepower and 2300 Nm of torque. This engine delivers both power and precision, making the Actros the perfect choice for such a delicate load. The PowerShift 312-speed transmission ensures smooth shifts and keeps everything running effortlessly. With its advanced suspension and impeccable handling, the Actros makes even fragile cargo like this F1 car feel secure as it navigates the narrow, winding roads of Italy. Back in Texas, the heat is relentless as temperatures soar across the open roads. Our Kenworth W900 is powering through, pulling a hefty 16 tons with its destination set for Fort Stockton. Even though this is an older model, the W900, now upgraded with a more modern engine, still holds its ground. It's a classic rig that refuses to be overshadowed by its newer sibling, the W990. Despite its age, it's proving that sometimes old-school machines can still get the job done. But as we cruise down the long stretches of Texan highways, there's one thing weighing on our trucker's mind: the roar of the engine. The sound of the engine screaming through the open road is unmistakable, and while it's a sign of the raw power under the hood, it also brings a hint of concern. The engine's working hard, and the driver can feel the pressure mounting as we get closer to Fort Stockton. It's been a smooth ride so far, but with every mile, the trucker's focus sharpens. The combination of heat and strain on the engine could turn this easy drive into something much more challenging if things don't go as planned. Still, there's no backing down. With the destination almost in sight, the W900 barrels forward, holding steady under the weight of the load, the roar of the engine echoing across the highway as the trucker keeps pushing, eyes on the horizon. Back in Arkansas, the open roads stretch out before us, and it feels like our journey couldn't be going any smoother. Our Mack Pinnacle is absolutely in its element, handling the long, straight highways with ease. It's a sight to behold as the truck glides effortlessly along the road with the mighty MP8 engine pushing out 505 horsepower, purring smoothly as if this journey was tailor-made for it. The Pinnacle's power isn't just on display, it's felt in every mile. Designed by Mack specifically for tough hauls like this, the MP8 engine handles the weight of our school bus without breaking a sweat. With its 12-speed M-Drive transmission and 6x4 drivetrain, this truck was built to conquer long hauls, and here in Arkansas, it's proving its worth. The flat, wide-open roads give the trucker plenty of space to keep a steady pace, while the powerful engine hums along, delivering a performance that feels effortless yet commanding. The real beauty of this truck, though, lies in how it marries strength with grace. Listen to the engine. It's not just noise, it's music to a trucker's ears. It seems like our Kenworth W900 has made it to the destination without any major engine issues. But after carrying 16 tons in this scorching heat, a closer inspection will be needed to see how well the engine held up. That X15 engine has been working hard, and now it's time to evaluate its performance under such intense conditions. As for the lowboy trailer, it's generally easier to maneuver than some other trailers, but when you're dealing with heavy loads, especially in tight spots, every move matters. One wrong move could lead to disaster. In fact, one of the toughest challenges a trucker faces isn't always the long drive. It's getting the truck parked perfectly at the end of the trip. That's where skill really comes into play. Now, as the W900 sits at its destination, it's clear that while the journey may have been tough, the final parking maneuver requires just as much attention and care. The truck handled the load with confidence, but it's the driver's experience and precision that truly made the difference. After hours of steady focus, the Kenworth W900 has been maneuvered into its final position with precision. This kind of mastery doesn't come easy. It takes countless hours of practice and experience to reach the level where every turn, every movement feels instinctive. Our truckers make it look simple, but don't be fooled. Backing a rig like this into a tight space, especially after hauling 16 tons, is no small feat. It's the culmination of skill, patience, and years behind the wheel that allow them to hit the mark every time. With the W900 now parked, the job here in Texas is done, but the road ahead is far from clear. We've still got work to do in Italy, where the narrow streets and delicate cargo demand nothing less than the highest level of attention. driving the Kenworth W900 in tight spots can be tricky, but at least we managed to maneuver it without a scratch earlier. Here in Italy, however, things aren't as straightforward as they seem. The narrow streets and tight corners demand total focus, and even a small mistake can cause trouble. This time, a minor slip while backing up resulted in a light bump to the rear bumper. It's a reminder that no matter how experienced you are, these tight spaces can surprise you. Thankfully, after inspecting the cargo, there were no issues. The Formula One car we've been transporting is perfectly intact. Just a small dent in the truck's bumper, nothing that affects the overall job. In the end, the load was delivered safely, and the task here in Italy is complete. It's another successful delivery, proving once again that even when things get challenging, getting the job done right is what matters most. Job done here, and now it's back to Arkansas for our final delivery. The journey with the Mercedes Actros was challenging but successful, and now we return to familiar ground. It's been a smooth and simple trip so far with the Mack Pinnacle. The load may have been long, but the wide, straight roads of Arkansas have been our greatest ally, making it feel almost too easy. But here's the thing, you can only call a job easy once it's fully done. Now we've got one last obstacle in our way. A truck is blocking our path, making the final maneuver much more difficult than expected. And with a deadline to meet, we can't afford to sit around waiting for the driver to show up. It's on us to navigate through, and this is going to be the trickiest maneuver of the day. One wrong move, and we risk further damage to the already broken down school bus we're carrying. The pressure's on, and there's no room for error. Every inch counts now, and it's in moments like these that a trucker's true skill is put to the test. It's not just about handling the load, it's about handling the unexpected with precision and confidence. Let's see if the Mack Pinnacle can finish strong. As you all saw, there really was no way to park the load properly. Our Mack Pinnacle was just too big for the space. Maybe a European truck could have fit here, but not one of these American giants. This is where the skill and quick thinking of a good trucker come into play. To avoid hitting the truck blocking our way, our driver came up with a clever solution. He disconnected the load, repositioned the Mack, then reconnected the trailer, gaining the extra space needed to finish the maneuver. I'll admit, before we arrived, the driver told us he had tried a few times without disconnecting, but it didn't work. In the end, it wasn't just his skill behind the wheel that saved the day, it was his creativity. And it's in moments like these that a great trucker gets the job done.
Hey, thank you all for watching. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Journeys Around the World with X199.